Today, I'll be running through Airwalix's bill pay functionality, which enables you to pay your local and international vendors through a single batch payment flow. First, you'll go to your connections and connect your accounting software to our expenses and bills integration. This particular account is integrated to Xero. We do also integrate with QuickBooks and NetSuite accounting softwares. Here, you can manage your connection. We'll pull over your accounting information, such as your chart of accounts, additional tracking categories, tax rates, and your contacts. From here, you can jump over to Bills and configure a few additional settings. Here we have the fields configuration, where on the left you have the displayed fields, and on the right you have the required fields. If any of these fields are required, they'll need to be completed when inputting a bill into the Airwalix platform. We also have an approval configuration that you can set up in your approvals, specifically for your bills. So as an example, you can create a bill approval workflow. Let's just say in this example, for bills less than $100, you wanted approval by the user's manager who was inputting the bill. And then for bills over $100, you wanted approval from the user's manager plus a particular user or an administrator. From here, you can start inputting your bills into the platform. We have 3 ways that you can enter a bill. One is via email forwarding, where you can create a unique email address to forward bills to, which will create a draft bill in the Airwalix platform. You can import your bills from Xero if you prefer to upload your bills into Xero first and import to Airwalix for the payment flow. Or you can create a bill from scratch. For this example, I'll create a bill. From here, you'll choose your particular bill that you're wanting to import. And we have the OCR technology that will scan the bill and pre-populate majority of the information. Here we can see the fields that we've configured for what's required and what's optional. Here we've scanned the bill. It's picked up majority of the information, such as the vendor, invoice date, due date, invoice number, description, and expense category. From here, you would just look over the information to ensure that everything has been coded correctly. And if so, you can submit the bill for approval. This will now change to the pending your approval stage. So this is now taking the view of the individual who's set up in the approval workflow to approve this bill. As the approver, I can click onto the bill, see the PDF on the left side, and the fields that were configured. From here, if there was anything that was configured incorrectly, I can change before approving. But in this case, everything looks good, so I'm happy to approve. Once the bill is approved, it will change to the awaiting payment stage. And if we refresh the page, we'll see that this has now successfully synced to Xero. Once it's now in the awaiting payment stage, you can click onto an individual bill. This will now show the recipient. These recipients can be added into Airwalix directly through the contacts, or you can also add recipients from your Xero contacts. From here, we can see that the payment amount is $93.50, and we're funding this bill from our AUD wallet. We can also see any rates and fees that are applicable. In this case, it's a free transfer because we're transferring from our AUD wallet for an AUD bill. In the event that you were paying a bill that you didn't have the funding currency for, you can select another wallet to fund this bill from. So we'll say in this example, I would like to fund this particular bill through my USD wallet. Here we can now see the updated information. So it will give us the exchange rate and the total amount payable in USD. In this particular case, since I have funds in my AUD wallet, I'm going to fund this bill from there, and I can confirm payment. Once I've confirmed that payment, it will create a transfer. So I can click on this transfer here and it will take me to the transfers page. We do have additional transfer approvals that can be set up. So before this payment is made, it can go through additional approval steps. Now taking the view of the person who is approving this bill, I can see the bill on the left-hand side and all the payment information on the right, including the recipient and the timeline. If I wanted a bit more information on who uploaded and approved this bill, I can go back to the bill and see that timeline here. Here, I can now go back to the transfer. If I'm happy to approve, then I can select approve. Now this bill is processing. To go back and show you our import bills from Xero, if you prefer to upload your bill initially into Xero and import to Airwallex for the payments, you can click import. This will now scan the bills from Xero in the awaiting payment stage. From here, I can choose to import all of my bills, or I can select certain bills to import. So if you just wanted to select a bill from a particular vendor or bills in a particular currency or between a due date, then I can select that here. For this particular case, I'll just import this one bill here from Apple. That will then scan and import the bill into the awaiting payment stage with Airwallex. I can also choose to bulk pay my bills. So if I select this button here, it will filter all of my bills in the awaiting payment stage. If you did have multiple bills that looked like they had the same description or invoice number, it will give you a message to let you know that there are potential duplicates. In this case, just to show you what the batch payment flow looks like, I can select all of these bills and click pay. From here, it's picked up that these two bills are the ones that I'm wanting to pay, as these are duplicates in the platform. So here I can select these two bills and click pay. From there, that creates the transfers for those bills to be paid. Now going back to the bills page, I can see that these are payment in progress and the transfer status is in approval for this particular transfer.